has been celebrated for 2,000 years, give or take. Come rain or shine, or even in the snow if you're lucky. In the good times and in the bad. Some might argue that this year falls into the bad times category. Well, let's have a look today at another time in history when Christmas really came through for us and it was celebrated at a really difficult time. Let's head over to Josh to explore a little more Christmas during the First World War.
World War I. The world is torn apart with combat and the fighting is the worst at the front lines. In fact, there's nowhere more dangerous than no man's land. That's a land between two trenches filled with soldiers ready to shoot anything that moves. And that is the last place you want to be, even if you're not a man. I mean, you could also call it no women's land, no children's land, no reindeer's land. Just don't go there. But wait a minute, it's Christmas time. Why are we talking about war in no man's land? Well, I'll tell you, Derek. The year is 1914 and it's Christmas and the war is raging terribly. Even though the war has taken a terrible toll, Christmas is being celebrated everywhere. Even out on the front in the trenches themselves. Soldiers exchanged Christmas presents, received and delivered Christmas messages and cards, and even decorated the trenches. You think your house is messy? Try decorating a big flooded ditch filled with mud and rats. Well, this Christmas, one soldier was like, where should I hang the tinsel? And his friend was like, oh, there's decorations on the other side too. Somewhere else, the English troops could hear singing. Stille Nacht, heilige Nacht. I don't know the language, but I know that tune. That's Silent Night. Why am I always singing in German? Soldiers were singing and shouting Christmas messages to the enemy across no man's land. Some poor soul popped his head up above the trench and he wasn't shot. On Christmas Day, the guns fell silent. And instead of fighting, bitter enemies met each other on no man's land. And they shook hands and exchanged gifts. This is difficult, Derek, you don't have a hand. And they even played football! That happened up and down the front lines. It wasn't an official thing. No one told them to do it. No one told them it would even work. But that Christmas spirit compelled people to put their guns down and greet their fellow man. The fellas had just been shooting at! Even if it was only for a single afternoon, Christmas is a time of peace and goodwill towards all men. Even in World War II, they didn't have the same truces at Christmas, but 3 exhausted American soldiers lost behind enemy lines were welcomed in by a German mother for Christmas dinner. And then 4 German soldiers showed up and they were welcomed in for Christmas dinner too. But on one condition. No shooting on the holy night, leave your guns outside. And so bitter enemies enjoyed Christmas dinner together. How sweet is that? Jesus was born as the Prince of Peace. So even if it's just for the day, Christmas is a time to put aside our petty squabbles and differences and just come together in peace.